Howdy. This video is about shading objects with color using gradients. I have a client that needs this video today, so here we go. Gradients are like shading devices. If I want to make a brown box, well, it's got this flat color, but if I could apply some shading like the sun is dropping on it or a light is dropping on it, that would be very cool. So I made this brown gradient. And if I select it, now the object is shaded. And here's the gradient tool right here in the toolbar. If I click it, I get this little helper thingy, and I can spread it out, stretched out further, and then I can see these little color thingies that let me adjust how wide the spread of color goes from one color to another. And I can go to this corner, and when I see that little round arrow, then I can adjust the direction of how the color is being spread. And once again, these things are called color stops, and I can adjust how long it takes to go from one color to another. Making a gradient is very easy. The first thing you need to do is open the gradient panel. Once you get in the gradient panel, just select any gradient up here. Notice this wild gradient right here. And look at all these color stops. You can get rid of them just by dragging them off, and they go away. Usually you only need 2. But to add more, you just click and add more. So I'm going to get rid of these. Then I'm going to make a tree in our next episode, so I click this color stop so it's selected, and I'm going to drag a light green and I put it right on the color stop. And I'm going to drag this black onto this color stop and adjust this little slider right here. And now my object is going from light green to dark green, which would be really good for a tree. But now I can get my adjuster out, and I go to the end, so I see the little circle, so I can drag it straight across. And now I might drag this out here, and I can adjust how long it takes to go from green to black as such. Now once I make my gradient, if I want to save it, I just drag it into the swatch box, and I've saved that gradient. So I have a brown gradient and a green gradient. That's Introduction to Gradients, and we're going to use them more in the next session.